Well, good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. So I want to make sure I say thank you to everybody who has made donations, super chats, buying Jobu racks, or even cutting boards now. All of those proceeds have gone into building the new set that's here. We're still evolving, we're still changing, we're still adding to this, so we still have a lot of work to do, but I want to make sure that I bring you the best, the straightest news on the Dallas Cowboys. And today, my friends, is Happy New Year Day for the NFL. That's right. It is now the NFL New Year. And of course, with the new year, you have new resolutions because, you're going to try and lose a few pounds here. You're going to go ahead and try and do better. You're going to work harder. And that's what we have been told by Stephen Jones, that the Dallas Cowboys understand that our defense stinks and it's about winning Super Bowls. That's what we've been told. That's what we've been working. That's what we've been hoping for. And thus far, the Dallas Cowboys, well, let's actually go around the NFL here because we've actually had musical chairs. We lost Andy Dalton. It's kind of crazy that the Chicago Bears traded a fourth-round pick to get Nick Foles when they could have actually just signed Andy Dalton last year. So now they paid Nick Foles, lost a fourth-round pick, and now they sign Andy Dalton. But be that as it may, they did make a play for Russell Wilson, in which case they made a case of a offer that Seattle couldn't refuse, but they refused it anyway because, let's face it, why would they want to take a $39 million cap hit to go without a quarterback? And understand, this day and age, quarterbacks are everything. And that's why I'm happy that the Dallas Cowboys re-signed Dak Prescott, because we have teams that are calling about Sam Darnold as well as Gardner Minshew. That's right, Gardner Minshew. How'd you like to have him for your starting quarterback instead of Dak? Well, I guess some of you trolls out there would probably like that. The Washington football team, well, they're hoping that they can get some Fitz magic because they signed him. And, of course, one of our lights went out. Need to change the batteries. Here at Broadcast Media, we end up losing, of course, our lighting. But anyway, our Cowboys, I've been waiting and hoping that we would make moves like, say, the Cardinals, who ended up signing J.J. Watt, as well as trading for A.J. Green. Here it is. They're on a mission to make themselves the best team that they can be. And we, of course, are the Dallas Cowboys, and, well, we are cutting the punter. The good news about cutting Chris Jones is we saved $2 million. We do incur a $500,000 dead charge, but we've done that. Now, if you've been away, and this is where it's kind of crazy for me because I had to go do a job that was out in the country where there's no Wi-Fi. Literally, it's a dead zone, and I have no news. Thing was, I went there this morning with the news of Gerald McCoy saying that he'd love to come back to the Dallas Cowboys, and that was that. And, of course, we knew that Andy Dalton was going, of course, to the Bears. So when I went back through, and I'm actually going to do this, and you can do this yourself. As I go through and I look at the Dallas Cowboys, knowing that A.J. Green is signed over there, that Gardner Minshew is, that people are looking for him, that, Deshaun Watson might be going to Carolina, as well as the Eagles may be trying to get him. As I see all this news about everybody, I go through Bleacher Report, and I see Scooter Magruder. Who do we want the Cowboys to sign in free agency? The Ringer. A jam-packed NFL free agency roundup. Bears signing Andy Dalton. Patriots spending spree. Questions around Deshaun Watson and Russell Wilson. And, oh, by the way, have you noticed that nobody's really talking about the lawsuit against Deshaun Watson? Could you imagine if that had been Dallas Cowboys news? They would be talking about that to the nth degree. Grades for the Dak and Cam Irving signings. Cowboys contracts have expired on Andy Dalton, who agreed to a deal with the Bears. Cam Irving, deal with the Panthers. Chidobe Awuzie with the Bengals. Linebacker Joe Thomas with the Texans. Cornerback Lewis. Defensive end Smith. Antoine Woods. Tyrone Crawford. Sean Lee. Joe Looney. Tight end Bell. L.S. Lossifer, March and Sinet, and wide receiver Turner. They're all now free agents. Andy Dalton. Cowboys re-signed Noah Brown. And Cowboys punter released. Special teams overhaul. That's it, friends. That's it for free agency. So, like you're listening to broke-ass media, the Dallas Cowboys are the broke-ass team. It's like we have no money. It's like Christmas morning and, you got some clothes and your friends got the new bikes and stuff. They got the latest Hot Wheels cars and stuff, and here it is. You got clothes. The thing that drives you crazy is we keep believing. We keep believing the stuff that's told to us that, it's like we're in an abusive relationship. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. I don't mean, I'll change. I didn't mean it. I'm going to do better. Trust me this time. Give me another chance. I love you. I love you. I love you. It's crazy because Stephen Jones has told us throughout the whole time that we were negotiating with Dak Prescott that, Dak, you need to take a team-friendly deal so we can spend money for others. If you take 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021, do you know that we haven't paid Dak Prescott $60 million as far as the salary cap goes? That averages out to $10 million a year. Now, if we say hypothetically that the salary cap was $200 million, that means we've only been spending 5%, roughly 5%. If you want to go ahead and say, this year coming up, it's 6%. On average, we spent 6% of our salary cap on quarterback. That's probably the cheapest in the NFL. Literally, we are averaging for the last 6 seasons, including this one that hasn't been played, what Andy Dalton just got to play for the Bears. And oh, by the way, how are you feeling right now if you're a Bear fan? I'm just curious. Are you happy about the Andy Dalton signing? Are you just happy that he's not Mitch Trubisky? Or you feel cheated because you thought you might get Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson? I'm just curious. I mean, I got no skin in the game, but the Bears are who we thought they were, and they still don't have a quarterback. But we've been told that, we don't have money to spend on free agents to fix the defense. But this year we were told, we love you. We love you, friends. We're going to get busy. We're going to do some things to fix the defense. Now, I see guys out there like, Keanu O'Neal and stuff like that. They're saying, I'll play safety and linebacker. I'll do whatever you need. I can be, a Swiss Army knife if you need me. Now, Gerald McCoy said he'd like to come back. I guess they're going to wait and see how he's doing. We got Aldon Smith, who we actually saw was playing pretty good, and we might want to hold on to him. But as of yet, we have signed a long snapper. We have cut a punter. We've hired a journeyman swing tackle. We've re-signed Cedric Wilson, Noah Brown. And we signed Dak Prescott, who was, FYI, I will give him credit, he was the number one free agent out there. But that's it. That's all we've done. And here it is, the Cardinals are saying, we had a great season last year. Let's expand on it. Let's bring in some more weapons and players. You had Tampa Bay, who won the Super Bowl, and just saying, let's go ahead and do some restructuring and things so we can try and keep this team together. We brought in a lot of great talent. It ended up leading to a Super Bowl. Let's do more of that. But here we are, like broke-ass media. We don't do anything. We look for value. And I wish Stephen Jones would stop bullshitting us. Stop saying value. Look, I'm just looking for some cheap shit that'll get me through. Because that's what it is. I pointed out the difference of what we have done in free agency where we've paid guys that don't last. None of them. Our Don Terry Poes, our Darryl Worleys, Our Clinton Ha-Ha Dicks who can't even get out of a training camp. The Cowboys could do two things that could literally turn the defense around. Get themselves not just an average, get themselves an exceptional safety, and get themselves a one technique monster. And right now, teams have let go good, not average, not injured, but good starting talent that could help this defense. And don't tell me that, oh, well, that guy, he's not going to help us. We were the 29th rated defense last year. And that's when they got better, when we were playing trashy teams. We have got to do better than what we're doing. So I wish I had some great news and film breakdown about players that we signed, or, how it's going to help us. But we don't have that right now with the Dallas Cowboys. It doesn't exist. And it probably won't at all this week. We won't hear about anybody. But at some point, we'll sign somebody like Dontari Poe, and, we're going to have to try and sugarcoat it and tell you why this is such a great move for the Dallas Cowboys and why it's going to help us. Yeah. Well, that being said, like I said, I wish I had other things to talk about, but I'm going to leave it right there. And at least Ron Oliver has got some great music that he's been mixing for us. I will see you later. Folks here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Wait for it. It's coming. It's coming.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about